Hello Internet, and welcome to another map announcement video. This is my map, or maps actually, for the currently PlayStation only, but will be available on other consoles and PC at some point. Metroidvania, F.I.S.T. Forged in Shadow Torch. A pretty decent, but definitely expansive 2.5D Metroidvania that reminds me an awful lot of Shadow Complex, for better or for worse, depending on your feelings on that game. Mostly it comes down to the environments that remind me of that, though. They are beautifully 2.5D. There's some really stunning views in it, and the areas are massive. And because the areas are massive, the map is also massive. And because the map is also massive, and you can see that it's currently 8.33% in terms of how big it is. Let's zoom in, and you can see at just what scale we've been working at. So what do we have on the map? Well, first of all, we've got all areas. Every single area in the game is on here. Other things that are on here. All the collectibles. We've got the HP ups, we've got the plant seeds, we've got the any kind of lore documentation, we have got the skeleton key chest, we've got all save points marked on there, we've got all breakable doors marked in orange, we've got all of the different kinds of doors that can be opened with the different weapons marked on with their respective icons, including making sure that the icons are the right way around to show you which way you can enter from. So the hard line is the way that we cannot enter from. So for example, on the F.I.S.T door here, it's that way. You've got to go from left to right. You can't go from right to left. Same goes for the drill door. You've got to go from left to right, not right to left. I've invented, well, basically I've just recolored the breakable doors. I've invented blue lines for lasers that you have to get through. I've marked the locations of all piggy banks on there. There's only one icon, though there are two different sizes of piggy bank. I've marked the locations of all of the currency containers with little kind of dollar signs. Any updrafts that are on there are marked with these green wavy lines and also a wavy background. Abilities are on there marked in pink. Posters that you collect, I've got little paint icons and an actual icon of the thing, as well as telling you what weapon skin will be unlocked, as well as the names. We've got data discs marked on there. We've got doors marked on there. The one-way doors have got arrows on. Normal doors are just in yellow. We've got the containers that give you HP marked on there. We've got the containers that give you EP marked on there. We've got the very few containers which actually contain SP marked on there. We've got important NPCs and upgrades that they give you marked on there. We've got elevators marked on there. We've got all bosses marked on there. We've got grapple points marked on there. I've even gone through, and this took bloody ages, I've gone through and every single piece of, I think, 99% certain that every single area where there is water, including the air pockets, I've gone through and I've overlaid a texture for the water. I've also overlaid texture for the acidic sewagey place. Any of the frog mimics that look like piggy banks but actually turn into ninja frogs, they're marked on there so you don't get caught out. Breakable walls, save points. What else have we got marked on here? Bosses, key items. We've got puzzle routes and lasers for the elevators and platforms down in the ancient complex. This area here is an escape sequence section, so I've coloured that ever so slightly just so you can see. There's tips and tricks available. Any room that's got a series of enemies to fight in before a door will open are marked with gauntlet fights. Lasers there as well. What else have we got? As you can tell, this has taken an awfully long time to put together. Loads of grapple points. They were fun. This room here is marked on the map, but I can't find a way of getting to it. If I do find a way of getting to it, I will update the map. Teleport points are marked on. I've tried to differentiate between boss enemies, which have got boss attached to them, and elite enemies, which don't actually have a health bar, but seem to be tougher than other enemies in that general area. And I think that's pretty much everything that I have marked on. Devices as well. The only other thing that I've done up in the Upper Torch Tower is I've tried to number these 2 puzzle rooms with what order you have to do things. So you just do the things in order. You know, you go through 1, you go through 2, and so on and so forth. This was the most complicated one to actually try and annotate, and I only did that realistically for my own benefit when I was doing it. Gauntlet fights, bosses, and so on and so forth, all marked. Now, the actual file itself is almost 40,000 pixels wide. That does not turn into... Oh, yeah, here's the other thing that I've done. Before I forget, in Joffrey Street, which is your main hub, I have included what you get for 100%ing each area. That is super unclear in the game, but if you talk to Mappo in Joffrey Street, he'll tell you to go and explore new areas. What he actually fully means is fully explore new areas. So each area you 100%, you can come back and get an LP. It says CD for some reason, but it'll be an LP for the gramophone, so you can just play that area's music in-game. 100% all areas, which you can only do after defeating the final boss, and you'll get the poster. Jingles. I've got here everything that is available in his shop and how much they cost. Up here, we've got the rewards for Master Wu's training. Don't get me started on how irritating I found some of that. The noodle shop. I think this is right, but I'm not 100% certain. It seems to be based on total amount of cash spent. So, for example, the first tier of noodles, plain noodles, they're worth 100 currency each. Buy 2 of those, and he will give you an EP compound. Buy 3 mixed noodles, which are 200 each, for a total of 800 currency spent, and you'll get SP. Buy 4 classic chili noodles, so you can see 2, 3, 4, will bring you up to a total of 2,000 currency spent, and he'll give you a poster. And then he'll say, I'm going to come up with an extra special one-off recipe. Pay 888 currency for that. Not entirely sure on the choice of number there, and you'll get the mystery shard. The one thing that I'm definitely not sure of is the botanist rewards. I am not sure of the numbers here. There are 50 in the game, and I know that you get the 10th one for getting all 50, but I'm not super sure of the numbers for that. If I do find out, I don't think it's every 5, which is what I was speculating in my playthrough, because I'm pretty certain I got the first 3 things with 12. So it could be 1, 5, 10. But then that throws the number out. So I don't know. If I do find out, I'll put those on. But at the end of the day, the plant seeds, which you give to Pippin the Botanist, they're really easy to find. In fact, 99% of everything on the map is really easy to find. So this map might not even be super useful for a lot of people. The only thing that the map does that you can't necessarily find in the game is, for example, how to get the poster from Instructor Chang, because that took some thinking on. But yeah, it's taken a long time to put this together, and obviously it's too big to do as one file. So on my Google Drive, you will find there is a shrunk down version of the full map. It's about 14,000 pixels wide. It just doesn't fit otherwise. I've gone through and I have done area maps for all of the areas in the game. As per usual with Google, you can zoom in and out to your heart's content. But you can go through and take a look at these. I'll try and keep them updated with anything else that I find, but I think for the most part, everything is on there. Just those need double checking in terms of how much you actually get. But whilst I enjoyed the game, I'm really not in the mood for playing it through again right now. If you do see any mistakes on the maps, do let me know in the comments down below. You can also comment actually on Google Drive maps by drawing boxes and stuff on them where you find issues. So I'll try and keep up to date on those. If you do enjoy the map, if you do enjoy my playthrough of the game, because I have put a playthrough of the game which is on YouTube, by all means support me by subscribing to YouTube. Get me some of that sweet ad revenue. To be honest, that's arguably the worst way of supporting me. Or make a small donation to my Ko-fi account, because I keep on making maps and people keep on stealing them. That's why these are coming out on YouTube rather than on anything else. They're there. You can use them to your heart's content. And I do hope that they are useful for you. Thank you very much for watching, folks. Enjoy the game. Enjoy the maps. Catch you all in the next videos. Until then. Oh, this took a while. Until then. Cheerio. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.